Cleaning are bestsellers all over Japan. Today we'd like to introduce a man who achieved his hopes and dreams, Mr. Masuda, the author of the books on the power of cleaning. Since he published his first book in 2005, he has published 13 books in the last 2 years. They all became bestsellers and sold more than 1 million copies in total. He became the center of attention in all kinds of media. At the end of May 2007, he published his latest book, Find Your Dream Prince Using the Power of Cleaning. I was surprised to see how much I was able to change since I started reading his books. Now I love cleaning. I was able to attract more positive energy, and everything got better for me visibly. I was really amazed. When I read the book and started cleaning, the symptoms I had got better, and I'm really grateful for that. So what exactly is the power of cleaning? We asked Mr. Masuda.
Well, it's the power that integrates cleaning and the laws of the mind. I often say that your home represents the state of your mind. The state of your home shows what state your mind is in. So if you look at your place and find it dirty, by cleaning it, you can clean your mind. By taking the action of cleaning, you can actually change your state of mind. If you practice this method, you will not only be able to clean your home, but at the same time, you'll have a revolutionary change in your state of mind. And that's how you can change your life.
But it was not easy for Mr. Masuda to discover the power of cleaning. He had to go through a terrible ordeal 10 years ago when he was in his late 20s. When he was 27 years old, he jumped at an offer to start his own business, thinking that he could make money. However, it didn't take long until he went bankrupt. He got divorced right after that. The only thing he had left was a huge amount of debt.
When I was in the depths of disappointment, my place was really a dump. That's when one of my friends came over and told me, "You have to stop living like this." He opened the window and the wind came in and raised all the dust in the room. I saw it and thought, what a place this is. Then my friend told me to clean the toilet. When I was cleaning the toilet bowl, all the feelings that I had pent up came out and burst into tears, and I could not stop crying. When I finished cleaning my place, I was able to feel that I could start over again. That was the first time I realized the power of cleaning. It was the very first moment I was able to feel its power.
The power of cleaning came into his life like a ray of light. Mr. Masuda was able to get a job at a house cleaning company and started his life again. Based on his experiences, he was able to write a book that aroused sympathy from many readers. To probe into the secret of his success, we turned the pages of his book and discovered words of enlightenment everywhere.
As in the saying, like attracts like, there's a spiritual law that the minds of the same wavelength attract each other. So when the room becomes messy, it attracts more messiness. If you live in a messy room, you create a negative energy around you that attracts unhappiness. The act of throwing away things brings an innovation to you. It's actually the most effective way to change yourself. Whenever I hit a wall, I get rid of something so that I can experience innovation and take a step forward to become a new self. In the principles of the power of cleaning, when you throw away things you don't need, you can start a new life.
The principles of the power of cleaning are based on words of enlightenment. Just when he decided to start again, one of his friends had given him the book, The Laws of the Sun, and he started learning spiritual truth. In the Laws of the Sun, he learned the purpose and the mission of life, as well as the meaning of hardships and suffering. He was deeply touched by the words of truth in the book. Impressed by what he had read, he decided to learn the teachings taught by the author, Ryuho Okawa. He started taking seminars at IRH and volunteering. One day, he received an inspiration.
I made many discoveries through studying spiritual truth and taking seminars at IRH. But I was never quite sure how these discoveries were connected to what I do. I was very involved with the activities at IRH, but I thought that work is work, and it was completely separate from my volunteer work. When I started volunteering at IRH, it began to influence my work. That was when what I do became connected to the activities at IRH. When I was cleaning at the IRH temple, I realized how I could combine the two. While cleaning, I received an inspiration that cleaning is powerful. That's when I thought of the term, the power of cleaning. I received the inspiration when I was cleaning the carpet at IRH Tokyo Temple. I heard my inner voice say, if you clean with your whole heart, you can create a positive energy field. You can produce a positive energy through cleaning. I thought, wow, this is it.
With a selfless mind, Mr. Masuda continued cleaning at IRH temples and deepened his discoveries.
I thought about how I can clean the temple so that people would smile when they visited. Until then, it was all about how I can polish my own mind, but it changed from benefiting myself to being of service to others.
Mr. Masuda gradually began to wish to contribute to the happiness of others by utilizing his knowledge and skills. In 2005, he had a special prayer for development in business at IRH Tokyo Temple.
I realized that the way I had thought about prayer was wrong. I always had a way of escaping. I always asked that I would like to progress only if the heavenly world would let me. If it would be okay with them, I would like to make progress. I asked for help and salvation from outside and completely depended on others. But on that day, it was different. I had a drastic change of mind. I realized I was wrong. I had to have a strong will to be of service to others. When I strongly wished for it, I felt like a spiritual pillar appeared. Until then, I thought, if you let me, I would like to help. But on that day, I declared, I'm going to help. And that is when the light of heaven, the light of salvation, came straight down to me like a pillar. That's when I realized the meaning of salvation based on self-effort for the first time.
And the door to success opened before him. He had a chance to attend a party held by a publishing company through the invitation of his friend. Mr. Masuda wrote his proposal, staying up all night for 3 days. He presented it to publishing companies at the party, and 2 of them were interested. Although his proposal was not accepted at that time, it was passed on from one person to another, and after 3 months, The Power of Cleaning was published as a book. His first book, The Power of Cleaning to Make Your Dreams Come True, became popular, especially among women, and became a bestseller, selling 500,000 copies. After that, he had a rush of requests to give lectures all over Japan. Last January, his book was translated into Korean and published in South Korea. It became so popular that a second book will be published this year.
My plan is to write and publish for the first 3 years so that I can create my own brand. The next step will be to go from talking about principles to practicing the techniques of the power of cleaning. So I would like to produce items to help create a positive energy field. And I would like to open stores all around Japan and all around the world.
Though he suffered a setback and had lost hope, by learning and practicing the laws of the mind, he was able to start again. True self-realization can be achieved when you set your mind in the right direction, have a strong will to realize your dreams, and work to bring happiness to many others.